nice French cuisine. I mean, except for Bloody Mary, it's not super French, but we have the fries, the French 75.
Pomme frites.
Oh yes, pomme frites.
Get it right. You're in Barbette.
Today we are talking about building a home. One of our clients and subscribers asked a question a couple weeks ago about what is the benefit of having buyer representation when you are building a home with a builder. So we wanted to address that one today. There are a few different aspects to it. So first of all, just representation and ensuring that there is a third party there with regard to conversations being had between yourself and the builder, someone to alleviate any future issues with kind of a he said she said sort of a situation. So that's one benefit of having a buyer's agent with you. When
a big benefit though.
Yeah,
You got having somebody standing in your corner that works for you to help answer questions, even away from the builder to get a better understanding of what's happening. I think that's a big piece. Proper follow up with between parties. I think that's a big one.
Absolutely. Keeping the builder accountable, making sure that things are happening in line with the schedule generally, making sure that things are as they should be, doing periodic walkthroughs, for example, like blue tape walkthroughs, electrical walkthroughs, making sure that what you have decided upon is actually happening in the house, that you wanted the 5 electrical outlets in the living room, 5 electrical outlets exist. So we're checking in on things a little bit more frequently than you might as the buyer. You may just kind of let the builder go and assume everything's going to be good at the end of the day. It doesn't always happen that way. There are a lot of moving pieces and things get missed, not intentionally, but things get missed. So we just check in along the way and make sure that that is not happening.
And I think something to remember is that whoever you're meeting with on the builder side works for the builder. They certainly will have your interest in mind, but they work for the builder, they don't work for you. So if you can bring somebody to the table who works for you, I think there is more conversation about, well, what is the standard? What should be expected? What is okay? How far can we push back? How hard can we push on this particular item or that particular item? Or if somebody on the builder side says, this is industry standard, having us be able to say, nope, that they're right. That is industry standard. I know it's just hard. I mean, even if you've built a couple of houses in the past, there's new ways of doing things today that we've seen. I mean, we're going to build how many new houses with people last year, this year? I mean, we've got quite a few that are still scheduled to close. Some that are scheduled to close next year. Understanding supply chain, what's happening right now with materials and windows and that timeline. Sometimes it's hard to receive that message, but if we can support that and say, hey, no, this is normal, it's okay, they're not trying to pull one over on you. Or, hey, I don't think that was totally accurate. Let's push back on this piece or on that piece. I think that's a big part of our role as well. But also,
and an important thing to note, in that regard is you're not paying for us.
No.
The builders have commissions in place already within their budgets in the build price. 9 times out of 10, unless you're working with a very small builder, that might not be the case, but typically larger builders and the builders that do the bulk of the work around the Twin Cities already have those commissions built into their budget. So you're not paying for this. We're there to advocate for you, and you're not paying anything.
Yeah, it's going to be the same price at the end of the day, whether a realtor is standing in your corner on your behalf as a buyer or not. So, but there's also there's fun parts about this too, like the design.
Yes.
We've got clients that feel super overwhelmed in that process. So there's obviously some clients that are very capable of doing it completely on their own, but just having something like your set of eyes on a design meeting. I mean, I think they're fun, but you're genuinely fantastic at them. So,
Thank you.
like that.
Well, and we can help in that too. But either one of us. Things that are going to add value that you might upgrade during that design build meeting, or things that really aren't going to add value that you could handle down the road if you so choose. So a lot of times in those design meetings, we get carried away and things appear really pretty, and then at the end of the meeting you realize you've gone $50,000 over budget. And we can help pare that down and dial back the things that really aren't going to be doing anything for you with regard to value. So
Yeah, there's
Just a few things.
creature comforts, but then what can you do cost effectively down the road versus what should we have the builder do that's going to add value? Yeah, that's a big part of the conversation. I mean, the list really kind of goes on. There's a lot of reasons. Even the idea of like, should we consider new construction versus the conversation about pre-existing? Even that, sometimes that if you just dive right into new construction, and you consider really what the cost could look like, the timeline could look like, not having those conversations in front with a realtor who has been experienced in building homes. I think that's also a shortcoming sometimes of individuals who are like, nope, I'm going to do this on my own. Well, okay, well you might get unpleasantly surprised with the process or the conversation, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of
So many things we could talk about this for days.
We could do a whole series on this.
Yes. But we won't make you listen to that.
No, we
but
won't.
If you'd like some more information,
Yeah,
please do reach
call
out.
us. Yeah, there's a lot there's a lot of different angles to take on this one. So it really is a big conversation. So we would love to field those questions and have the conversation with you.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
In the meantime, can I drink my Bloody Mary?
Please, I'd like to drink mine as well.
Your
My
French
French 70
in your pomme frites.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Talk to you soon.